Hi everybody, and welcome back to K-12. I'm Sayuri Mojica, and this is the show where we have a different student on from grades K-12 every episode. And today we have Albin, who is a 12th grader, and he's actually the class president. So, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Albin. I'm 18 years old. I'm class president. There's not much else about me at this school, so.
Okay. Have you ever done a podcast before, or is this like your first time?
Yeah, so I did do a podcast as I took a class last year that gave me the opportunity to podcast and interview with people, but I never took it seriously. We just made goofy podcasts, me and my friends.
Yeah.
So.
Was it one of the media classes?
Yeah.
I actually, the 10th grader that I had on, she was in a media class, and she realized that she really liked that kind of stuff because she took that class. So that was fun to learn about. So at Beverly High School, we have REACH, as you know, and this is my REACH project. I've been doing the podcast. I've been working at BevCam. So are you doing REACH or are you doing a project?
So yeah, I'm doing a project.
What's your project?
I started a digital marketing agency, and I started helping out a friend of mine. And what he does is he does window tints. So all I do for him is I build a website, and I try to make sure that the customers coming in the website have the best time possible, and their customer relationships are like as strong as they can be, so people can come back.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really fun. I really love it. Like, I didn't think I would enjoy something like this at all until I started doing it. It's really fun. I have days where all I do from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'll just cold call businesses trying to get another client, and it's really fun. I enjoy it a lot.
Oh, very interesting. That's like, there's so many projects that I've heard about that I don't even think about.
Yeah.
Like, I know that there's a group of people that are seeing how walkable Beverly is.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. And then there's people who are like rating fast food.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see. There's a lot to do. There's not a lot that they'll just say you can't do.
Yeah, I'd be rating fast food too, but I don't make it a project.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you do any clubs or sports or anything like that?
No, not this year. I haven't done any sports or any clubs. Being president kind of took up most of the time for this year, and also just things I wanted to get started on that weren't really school related.
Yeah.
I just started this year, and it's been working out. It's been going pretty good, so.
Yeah. How is being class president? Like, what are your responsibilities on like a weekly basis?
So, I mean, people think I have way more responsibility than I actually do. Meaning, like, they think I'm in charge of way more, and I'm not. You know what I mean? So, basically, all I do is I fundraise and raise money for prom. That's my whole, like, goal as president. When you're president, you just have to raise money for prom, and that's all that's, like, going through your head. And so that's all I did. I mean, you just got to go to different businesses, ask for fundraising, and talk it out with them. And that's basically the gist of it. I mean, other than setting up some senior events every once in a while, that's about it.
Yeah. What kind of fundraisers did you plan?
So I planned a lot with businesses like Jersey Mike's, Chipotle, but then I also did a lot of canning, because canning actually makes a lot of money. Like, I know the sophomores, when they did canning, they made $5,000, which is a lot. So we did try to do canning as much as possible. Only issue is we're only allowed to can once a year.
Oh.
So we canned at the beginning of the year, and then the second 2023 ended, we canned again.
What would you say that your favorite like senior festivity has been? Like senior skip day? Are you excited for prom? Or
Senior assassin.
Oh,
It's been so fun. I mean, I leave my house checking my corners with my water gun. I feel like, it's just so fun. I'm very competitive, and I'm excited to see how it's going to be late round.
Yeah, me too. It's been really fun so far. That's probably one of my favorite things too. Like, I'm really, really excited for prom just because like it's senior prom. Like, that's awesome. But Spirit Week was also fun. The last week of school. I really like that. I dressed up every day. So yeah, just like all this stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is really fun. I love it.
Yeah. So what was your favorite, I would say favorite year from high school, and what was your favorite part of that year?
Okay. I'd say sophomore year. I was like the type of kid who was like who would be like nervous or anxious and wouldn't talk to anyone. Like I'm talking anyone. Like I wouldn't be here right now. I'd
And
probably
now you're
deny.
class president.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would have so much anxiety talking to people. That just went away with everyone. It was so weird. I don't know. But that was the best year, I gotta say, because it changed me and improved me. So it improved me the most, I'd say. I really set my mental straight from there.
I think my favorite year of high school was probably... I really like junior year. Well, junior year is the hardest academically, I feel like. But I actually came to the school junior year.
Yeah.
So that just kind of changed a lot of things for me. And the classes here I like so much more than my old school. And even though they were hard, it was a lot of fun to challenge myself in that way. Like compared to my old school. Like the classes here were a lot harder.
Yeah.
I took chemistry last year. That was pretty bad. But yeah, probably junior year. And I was in like clubs and stuff like that. So that was always fun. I love being in clubs and doing sports. So
What sports did you play?
I used to play lacrosse.
That's cool.
I don't do that anymore
Damn.
because they're actually really good at lacrosse here, but I played at my old school. So I really like that, and it's a good way to make friends. And I feel like a lot of people say that, like that I've had on here too, like especially in high school, like sports is the best way to make friends.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that high school was as exciting as you hoped it would be? Like based on movies or just like whatever you heard from other people?
I didn't really think of it as the movies. You know, like when I was in middle school, I always thought high school would be, you know, like middle school, but with fewer classes. That's what I was told. I was told that high school is just middle school, but with fewer classes, and it's a little bit harder because they're trying to prepare you for college. But I never really listened to like any of the movies. I just thought it'd be going to class, go to your locker. Maybe a senior will say something to you, maybe he won't, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree. I feel like I just hyped it up a lot in my mind, and I didn't even think about what was happening as it was happening, and now I'm just gonna graduate, and it's like I experienced high school, but I feel like I didn't at the same time.
Oh yeah, dude, when COVID hit, I mean...
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you about that, so we can just talk about that now.
Yeah, sweet. When COVID hit, I just absolutely didn't know what to expect. I mean, everything I was expecting of high school, I mean, is no more because I'm online. But and I really enjoyed it. You know, like I found myself talking more in classes when it was online.
Really?
I found myself interacting more, and I think that also helped towards, you know, sophomore year, which helped me be who I am. You know, now. So
Yeah.
but I think a lot of people aren't grateful that, you know, the hybrid schedule happened, but I am. It did benefit me, and I feel like it benefited me for like the better, that another situation wouldn't have benefited me.
I feel like the whole COVID and the hybrid and the online, it really like messed me up.
Yeah.
Because I was going to school, like, okay, how do I explain this? I never went to school like in my hometown.
Okay.
So when I moved from from middle school to high school, it was like completely new. I went to a regional school, so it was like everyone was new to each other, like nobody really knew each other. So it was completely different, and that just really didn't help me like make friends and like put myself out there like as a freshman.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that. And then hybrid was just so weird because we were sitting chairs away from each other like half the school year and like with masks on. It was just really, it was a weird way to start high school.
Yeah.
And I didn't really stop wearing a mask until like early junior year. So like that's half of high school.
Yeah.
So that was really weird. And yeah, I interviewed an 8th grader and he also agreed. He said that like COVID kind of messed up his like work ethic. So he thinks he would have been better academically if that didn't happen, if he didn't like lose the momentum that he had. And he's only in 8th grade.
Yeah.
So he was in like elementary school when that happened. So I think it was definitely harder for the younger kids because, you know, like elementary school really sets you up to be in a classroom and stuff like that, and then it just threw you off completely. Yeah. Anyway, that's my tangent about COVID.
Yeah, no,
yeah, but I'm happy it's
COVID.
over. It's something that definitely made me who I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not happy it happened, but it happened. So do you remember, how many field trips would you say you went on during high school?
Probably like 3 or 4.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
not a lot.
There's not a lot of field trips in high school.
I expected there to be. Like, I really wanted there to be field trips. I love field trips.
Me too.
But there wasn't, and it was such a big disappointment.
I know. I thought I was going to go. I probably went on like 2, and they were both here. And they were only to like colleges. Yeah. So it was not fun. But what was your favorite field trip?
My favorite field trip?
Yeah.
It's probably has to be DECA, I'd say.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that I did DECA. I loved DECA. DECA was the most fun field trip that I've ever been on. I didn't even consider that like a field trip.
Yeah, really? Yeah, right? Because it was a really... I mean, I only went to districts. I didn't go to states, but I really enjoyed it. You know, it was really fun.
When did you do DECA? Like, what years?
This year only.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have the chance to do it all the other years because I came here too late in the year last year, but I've always wanted to do DECA. And I did it this year, and I went to states, and that was so much fun. Like, I wish I could have done it all 4 years, or 3 years, however much you can do it. But, yeah, DECA's, like, probably one of my favorite parts of high school.
Yeah, really?
And I don't even like marketing. Like, I don't even like business. I don't want anything to do with business. Like, I just wanted to do it to say that I did it.
To be honest, me neither. Like, I'm not even... Oh, so I like business, but I don't like... You know, I'm not going into business. Mm-hmm. I only took marketing because I was like... Let's see what they can teach me.
Yeah, I only took marketing because I wanted to do DECA. Sorry, Mr. Nordella, but he knows. Okay. He knows.
As long as he knows.
Yeah. So, what are your plans for the fall? Since you said you don't want to go into marketing or anything, so what are your plans?
So, I mean, I'm just going to see where my business picks up. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm working really hard on it. I'm kind of treating it as like a last resort in my head, but I am going to be going to community for 2 years for chemical engineering and then go to like a state school after that and then see where I go from there for a master's. But
yeah, I have the same sort of plan. I'm going to community college first and then wherever the wind takes me.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Like I don't have that far ahead planned, but it's all right. It's really cool to hear the different plans that people have. Like they're going out of state for college or like going super far away. Like I love hearing about that kind of stuff.
You do?
I do.
I always like I can't. I don't think I could move that far away. Mm-hmm. I don't think I want to. Yeah. You know, I think I'm very comfortable here. So I do kind of want to like stick around, but also in the future, of course, I want to move. You know what I mean? But right now, while I'm like still learning life, you know, I have like my family to support me. I have my friends to support me. It's like, for me, there's no really reason to leave. And all the like best colleges are in Mass. Yeah. So, I mean, not really much reason. But I will definitely after college. Like, I have many plans to like travel. Go somewhere else, go to Europe.
I also really want to travel. But that's like in the future.
Have you ever been to Europe?
To Europe?
Yeah.
I've never been overseas.
You've never been? You've never left USA?
I've been to Mexico.
Oh.
But that's like the furthest that I've been.
How's Mexico?
It's really nice.
Yeah.
I have family there, so I really like Mexico.
Now let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you like this school better or your old school better?
Oh my god. I like this school so much more.
Is it why?
Because I went to a vocational school. So, you know, like Essex Tech.
Yeah.
I went to a school like that. And I didn't really resonate with the shop that I was in. I was in auto body. Oh. I want nothing to do with that now. I want to be a teacher. So I just feel like...
You want to be a teacher?
I want to be a teacher.
Oh my god, what teacher?
I want to be an elementary teacher.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm going to school for. So, and I didn't realize that until I came to school here. Like I took a child development class and we didn't have those at my old school. So I took that and that was when I really realized that that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. And I wouldn't have got that like connection if I didn't go to school here. Plus I did DECA. Plus there's so many cool people here.
Yeah.
Plus like it's just an awesome school. Like I'll never stop talking about how much I love this school.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I love this school too. I mean, it's helped me a lot. It's helped me. I think this school is perfect for me. You know, I think this school is perfect for like the type of person I am. There's always going to be, you know, people that are misunderstood about themselves, but I always see it as that. You know, whenever someone leaves like a rude comment, I'm like, oh, that dude's having a bad day. Yeah. You know, what's your mindset when it comes to those things? Do you ever have like... Do you ever be like, oh, people are like thinking of me poorly, or do you never think like that?
I try not to think like that. Like, I'm just kind of more of a glass half full kind of person.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I try to see the good in everything.
Yeah, I would always overthink too much about like, oh, what does this person think of me? But it's like, who cares? Exactly. You know? See, I don't care anymore.
Oh my gosh, I feel like that's probably one of my favorite parts, like of going through high school and just like getting older and maturing and stuff like that. I feel like I sound so old and I make myself sound so old, but even from freshman year to senior year, like there's been so much of like a self-esteem change.
Yeah.
And you really just like grow into yourself, and you find yourself, and you find what you like and your interests and what music you like and stuff like that. And high school is so great for that because you meet people and then you get their interests and then you take that with you. If you could give advice to a 10th grader, what would you tell them?
I mean, because my advice would be subjective to like me because of what I went through in the 10th grade. So I don't know.
How about like general advice?
General advice to all the 10th graders. Don't be afraid to take an honors class. Don't be afraid to take something that's higher level that you think you can't do. Take a higher class. Try to get yourself involved with as much as you can. You know what I mean? Play a sport, track, wrestling. I just like love like doing as many filling up my day with activities, but figure it out, you know, like in 10th grade, I didn't know what I like doing. Now I do, so I'll do those things, but figure it out. Put yourself in as much situations as you can. Good, bad, you'll learn from it all.
Exactly. I feel the same way. I'd probably say something along the same lines. Like if I could talk to a 10th grader, I'd just be like, put yourself out there. It doesn't hurt to challenge yourself, like if it's a new sport or an honors class or something like that. I completely agree. Like there's no reason to shy away from things that are new. Like it's new.
100%. No.
It's just as new for everybody else as it is for you.
It's always in the back of your mind something you're doing. You know, like say I'm going to help out a charity. It's in the back of my mind like what others think of me, and it is. You know, it's in the back of everyone's mind. So I'd say just honestly try to ignore that.
Yeah.
You know, try to ignore what people might think of you if you do this certain thing. Try to ignore what your friend group might think of you because you do a certain thing. I'd say just do it.
If I could say anything to everyone, this is like my motto. Like I always tell myself this. If you're worried about what other people are thinking about you, like there's no need to be, because everyone else is just as worried about what people are thinking about them as you are. So no one's even really thinking about you. That probably made no sense. But
no, it made sense to me. I get it. I used to get told no one cares, go do it, and you know I never really got that push. But I wish this does give you that push. If you're a 10th grader watching this, go do something. If you're any grade K through 12 or up watching this and you haven't experienced life you feel like to the fullest, or there's many things you haven't tried yet, go try it.
So thank you for watching this episode of K through 12. You can watch this Wednesdays at 8 o'clock at night on channel 22 and on the BevCam Education YouTube channel. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.